Guys, welcome back, and today we are cooking egusi soup. This recipe is one of the best egusi recipe you'll find online because there are various ways you can cook egusi, right? But let's not even talk about how to cook this egusi today. Let's talk about cooking and relationship. No need to get fancy. Let's just talk. Let's have a real talk. Like, we know that we are foodies, so let's just have this conversation. So do you care if your partner can cook? I mean, who is whipping up the meals, right? In my world, I usually be the one to cook, like in the kitchen, because that's what I love doing. But imagine what if your partner can step up like two chefs in one kitchen? Now we are cooking, right? But here's the twist. What if you are not cooking at all? Like, is that a deal breaker? You can't cook and your partner can cook. Like, is that a deal breaker to you, or what do you think about it? Yeah, before we continue about our gist, let me just mention what I've been doing so far. I added my stockfish, my protein, my pomo, and I added pepper mix and added season and a little bit of water just to boil it. Right? So yeah, let's continue with our gist, guys. Like, do you actually think this is a deal breaker for you in your relationship, or is something you can manage with? Yeah, a quick break from our gist again, guys. At this point, I was adding a little bit of water to my egusi just to make the paste. You really need a thick paste for that egusi. You don't want it to be too watery. So yeah, I added my crayfish. I added a little bit. The consistency depends on the amount of food you are cooking, right? So mine was a little bit because the food I was cooking was not that much. So I stirred it up and leave it for a boil a little bit. I think I left it for like 2 to 5 minutes to cook again. Then I added my palm oil to it. Then cover it up again to cook. So guys, let's move back to our gist again. The role of cooking in a relationship. Like, when you think about it again, note that this question is not actually for the female side alone. Like, this question is for both parties, because at some point your partner, whoever is doing most of the cooking, will get tired at a point. I feel like she needed to rest, or let's use the instance of the woman is the one cooking the most, and when she's pregnant, definitely the letter will say okay, she should have more of rest, and you don't know how to cook as the husband, and the time she's supposed to be using to rest is the time she's using in the kitchen. Like, how are we going to deal with this? Like, are we going to keep eating fast food every time till she gives birth? And even after she gives birth, she still needs to rest because she just went through 9 months of carrying a baby at the stress of delivery. Is she not supposed to jump back into the kitchen again and say, okay, I need to start cooking because I'm tired of eating fast food? So, do you actually think we need to discuss about the role of cooking, or do you care if your partner knows how to cook or not in your relationship? But also, there are other men that knows how to cook more than a woman. Let me say this before the men come for me, because I know of some family that is the man that do most of the cooking and the woman doesn't know how to cook. She's just learning, because this life is not even balanced. But it will be so nice when we have two chefs in one kitchen. And I think the more foodies in the house, the merrier. That means there's always going to be food at home. But what if your partner doesn't enjoy cooking at all? Like, he doesn't enjoy being in the kitchen at all? Will it be a deal breaker in your relationship? Or will you take up the responsibility and the willingness to cook at all time? Or how do we even address this issue in our relationship? Is it at the start or in the middle? I beg, let me know in the comment section. So let's get back to our cooking, guys. Yeah, at this point, we already added our egusi after the palm oil we added to the protein mix. So we added the egusi paste, and after adding it, don't turn it, just shake it and just put it back on the gas. Let it start cooking. And after some few minutes, I added my iru and left it to cook again. And yeah, I was just adding the vegetable because the food is almost ready. So I added the vegetable, and yeah, just keep adding for as much as you want. So after adding my vegetable, I stir up the food, and yeah, that's just it. This egusi tasted so nice. Just make sure you combine very well and just cover it again. Let it cook because we need the egusi to steam out with the vegetable. All of them need to know their self. Let them enjoy their complaints. So yeah, I just check on my soup again and just check if it was not burning and just cover it up again because I tasted it. Make sure you taste your food, taste for salt or season. If it's not okay, you can add more. So at this point, mine was perfect and it was done. So I served, and this was what we had, guys. Like, this food tasted so nice. What will be pairing this egusi with? I think you can actually pair this with a fluffy pounded yam. How does that sound? It's going to be so yummy. So this is our food, guys, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye, and enjoy the view.